Okay, it's week 5. It's the trip to London. Not for me. I'll be keeping my poor ass home. Uh, but the Vikings will be going to London to face the New York Football Jets and Mr. Aaron Rodgers, our old nemesis, one of the most unlikable athletes ever. Um, we're 4-0. Jets are Jets are 2-2, I think. Yeah, because they lost. They got beat last week at home. It's kind of a rainy game, but still, they got beat at home by Denver. Bo Nix threw for like 60 yards, and they lost the game. Um, so I'm very excited for this one. This is the first game of the year. I mean, not the first game where I picked the Vikings to win, because I think I picked the Vikings in 3 of the 4 games so far. But it's the first one where I'm like super confident that they're going to win. I think this, they've already won a couple blowouts. I think this could be blowout number 3. Now the Jets do have a good defense, but I think this will be maybe not even a blowout, but a comfortable win. I really do think the Vikings are going to win this one. We're going in healthy, very healthy. Ivan Pace will be back, and there's no one else significant. Uh, on the injury report, there were a couple guys limited during the week, but they're going to play. It's crazy to go into a week 5 game. I mean, already this healthy. Um, um, you know, Hawkinson, he's off the pup, so he's practicing, so he's probably going to be back for the Detroit game, um, which will be 2 weeks from Sunday because we got the bye after this. Um, that's why I keep getting excited. Like, as good as this offense has been, there is another level. There is another level to this offense that I think has yet to be fully tapped. Um, but obviously last week it was, you know, for about 28 minutes, the best half of Vikings football that maybe I've ever seen. And then things got out of hand a little bit the other way, but they did bounce back to win. I think that's not necessarily the worst thing that happened. Just kind of refocus them a little bit, and that's why I think the defense is going to be like kind of snap back into reality a little bit, just because you're not going to be able to go out there and shut everybody down for 4 quarters, especially if you don't keep at it. Um, so I think they're going to really be getting after Rodgers, and I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to move away from the problem, away from the Flores blitzes and all the unique pass rushes. I don't think he's going to be able to get away from that the way Jordan Love could, or even some obviously C.J. Stroud got demolished, but you know this isn't Aaron Rodgers of 10 years ago. He's not that level of player anymore. He's still a decent quarterback, but he's not a top of the line star guy. I don't think he's got the capability to to light up a good defense. I just don't think he can really do that anymore. He can kind of game manage it a little bit, and you know I don't know if that's going to be enough to beat the Vikings. The Jets defense is going to have to be really, really good. Maybe, who knows? Maybe this will be the first pumpkin of the year for Sam Darnold. Although it's a Sam Darnold revenge game. Now, he said the right things. He said it's not the Jets' fault that he didn't work out in New York. But I think he knows that the Jets maybe did have something to do with it, because the Jets' track record with young quarterbacks is not very good. Um, so I think deep down it's a little bit of a revenge game for him. Um, I think he's definitely gonna there's good, not that there isn't motivation anyway, but he's gonna be a little extra motivated to play really well. But again, it is against a good defense, so hopefully he has turned the ball over at times. Hopefully that does not happen again. Um, there's not a whole lot else for this game, because there isn't a lot of pregame drama or anything. There's not a lot of injury situations going on. This is probably the last time the Vikings will ever face Aaron Rodgers. You know, been playing against him since 2008, but I think this is probably it, unless he really hangs on. But I don't know. I don't know that he will. Um, there's already issues with him complaining about coaches and stuff. So that I think that's a short-lived marriage over there. But yeah, I think I've got this as like a 27-13 type of game for the Vikings. I think they're going to be able to, and they might even be able to get, put some points up on defense too. But I think they'll be able to score on the Jets defense, and I don't think the Jets are going to be able to do too much on the Vikings, unless the code was cracked last week, unless that was more than just a defense kind of laying off the gas a little bit, and it was actually something like you know that's been figured out on the Florida's defense. If that's the case, well, then that'll be a concern going forward. But yeah, I think this, and we've never lost in London. They're undefeated in London. I think they're either 3-0 or 4-0, something like that. They've had a very good track record over there. I think that's going to continue. And then we'll be 5-0 into the bye. Last time we were 5-0 into the bye, things went very, very bad. But I just don't think that's going to happen this year. I think this team is too sound on both sides of the ball. And then of course after the bye, we got Lions coming in for what's going to be a real big. That's going to be like one of the about as big of a game as you can have in the month of October. Because the Lions are scoring a lot of points. They're giving up a lot of points. They're 3-1, I think. I think they have the bye this week, so they're going to be. I don't know who they play the week after that, but they could be 4-1 and we could be 5-0, and that could literally be for first place. And and we could get Hawkinson back for that, which would be really sweet. So, yeah, 27-13 Vikings is the prediction. I think we're going to kick the crap out of Aaron Rodgers, and it's going to be wonderful to watch Aaron Rodgers pout, and he'll throw either his offensive line under the bus or the coaches under the bus, because it's never Aaron Rodgers' fault.